Think of this function as a well-organized backpack. Everything has its place, making the journey much smoother. Most people look at the mirror and see a user. They see a unique UI, a custom skin, maybe some complex middleware. But if you press F12 on the human definition, if you go to the base class, you don't find a special soul interface. You find animal.cs. Today, we're refactoring our ego. I'm going to show you why humans are just highly optimized instances of the animal base class, and why your complex emotions are really just legacy code from the mammalian kernel. In .NET, we talk about the CLR, the Common Language Runtime. It manages memory so you don't have to. Evolution is our CLR. It's been managing our hardware for millions of years. Think about your prefrontal cortex. That's your high-level web API. It's shiny, it handles logic, it routes requests. But underneath, you've got the brainstem, that's the assembly code. It's unmanaged. It's dangerous. It handles the heartbeat and breathe methods. You can't even override them without a system crash. We think we're running sophisticated microservices, but when you're hungry or scared, the system throws a thread abort exception. The high-level logic stops. The animal kernel takes over the thread. Why? Because the base class has priority. Let's talk about social behavior. You think you choose your friends based on deep intellectual compatibility? Check your constructor. We are born with dependencies already injected. You didn't learn to want status. The iTribal instinct service was registered in your container before you even hit the main method. Humans are animals because we operate on convention over configuration. We follow the patterns of the pack because the base.seek acceptance method is hard-coded into our startup routine. Anxiety isn't a bug. It's a try-catch block that's a little too sensitive. A deer in the forest has a scan for threats method. It's looking for a wolf. A human in a modern office uses that exact same method, but because there are no wolves, the logic points to unread emails or awkward silences. We are running animal firmware on 21st century servers. It leads to a massive memory leak we call stress. If you want to debug your life, stop looking at the human documentation. Start reading the mammal logs. You're not failing. Your default animal settings are just doing exactly what they were programmed to do. Survive, not be happy. So, what's the takeaway? If we're just animals in a .NET wrapper, does that make us less? No. It makes us optimized. When you realize you're an animal, you stop blaming yourself for having bugs like hunger, tiredness, or the need for a pack. Those aren't bugs, they're features of the base class. To be a great developer, you have to understand the framework you're building on. To be a great human, you have to understand the animal you're running on. Respect the base class. Keep your dependencies clean. And remember, your life is a long-running task. Make sure it's worth the CPU cycles. If this refactor made sense to you, hit the build button, the like button. Subscribe for more .NET philosophy. I've got to go. My hunger monitor is throwing a critical error. See you in the next commit.